Hello everyone, Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today I'm gonna show you what is and how to make an information receiving mesh. This video is also available in Spanish. Well, this is a tool of analysis. It got the following characteristics. It allows you to analyze the information collected with any tool like observation, interview, etc. It aims to analyze in depth the information collected to create or improve a business model, a service, or a product that already exists or have been developed in order to determine the possibilities of improvement or viability to execute. This tool is used in the empathy phase or test in a project that is being developed with the design thinking methodology or any other agile methodology. The develop to develop this tool correctly, you must be very objective when you analyze the information. You will decide if the project must be adjusted and returned to the previous phases to be replaced or continue to the implementation phase. So when you are going to develop the receiving information mesh, before you do this, you have to collect the information. This means that maybe you can use the tool of observation, you can use a interview or any other tool that allow you to collect information in order to realize and analyze in which stage is your project right now or it could be in the future. This mesh is divided in four parts. The first one is the things that are interesting or stuff that are interesting. This means that you need to analyze which are the social interactions between the users or maybe the users with a product or a service. We need also to analyze if the development that you have right now is quick and useful or is not. Which also very important to analyze the aesthetic part, because if you want to sell something, if you want that the people uh, realize that they need something, the visual part is very important. Also, you need to analyze if the user or the collective that is using the product or service or the business model, they are appropriating or not the development. That is very important, because if that action is not happening, you have to do it again and you need to rethink what you are doing right now. Also, the effects that the development got in the community. After you analyze this part, you go with the constructive criticism. Many times the developments are in a good position. However, you can realize and you always got room to improve. And to do that, you need to see the design and trend. This means the aesthetic part of the development. Also, the usability. The usability is very important because if it's very hard to use, maybe the people we are not gonna use and understand that. The semiotic perception is very important because it's not the same to develop a product or a service for Latin America that to do the same in Asia, because people are different, the cultural background is different, so you need to have very important parts to understand the semiotic perception of the user in the context that you are developing. After that, it's very important that you question and you ask the following things. First, how to improve the ways of promotion. It's very important that you understand that a product or a service, they are only going to be successful if the people know that they exist, they buy it, they purchase, or they interact with them and or they participate. That is very important. So you always need to think new ways to improve that and how to promote it in a different way. Also very important to ask yourself how to reach new users. It's very important to understand that and to see what kind of change you have to do to get that. Also, how to get new investors. You know that money is always very important, and your product, your service, or your business model will only grow if they got financial muscle. And that financial muscle, it's very important to see if you can get and find new investors. Finally, it's very important to have and keep new ideas. Maybe you are not gonna execute that right now, but you will keep that because there's always room to improve. The development could be really good, but always keep an open mind because the development can always get better. How do you do that? Always keep in context which new place you can reach. Also very important to see what kind of advertising dependent of your development you can use. It's very important that for some development you can make a video tutorial to explain how does it work or how can the user use the development, and always put the thing in context, otherwise people will not understand what you're talking about. As a conclusion, we can say that when you finish the development of the mesh, you should have a clear idea of what actions should take or do, regardless the project, if it's ready to be launched or it should be rethought. The tool lets you know if the development is well or badly done or should be rethought. It also analyzes the information in depth collect in a primary stage of a project. The key in the development of this tool is to be very objective with the results and analysis, and it's also very important to take the actions relevant to the success of the project. What does this mean? There are two possible scenarios. You can say, okay, the development is going really good. I'm gonna continue to the next stage. But also could happen the following thing. You realize that you have a lot of problems or faults on your development. So what you have to do is go to the previous stage and rethink what you are doing, and with this information improve that. It's not a bad thing that you have to come back to the previous stage. Why? Because it's better that this thing happen in this stage of a project than when it's already launched. Because at that moment, there is no way. I mean, if you make a mistake after you launch the product or the service, there's nothing you can do. But if you find out there is something wrong here, you can change it. And that's also very good. Thank you very much. I hope this video will help you a lot with your development. Please subscribe to our channel Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Remember, in our social network, we always got new developments every day. Please subscribe to our channel. Remember, on Monday, we always have a new video in Spanish. On Thursday, we always have a new video in English. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you. We are the #1 design thinking and agile methodologies channel in YouTube. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.